social media site? Will this be on the Casting Steel YouTube channel? What? Will this be on the Casting Steel YouTube channel? What did you just say? Take your seat. We're starting in a minute.
Let our stabbing begin. It got deathly quiet awfully quickly there. I've been telling people I was the Cub Master for about 20 years. And this reminds me most of the Pinewood Derby. You've got that level of emotional intensity and creativity going on. We have 34 teams from 31 universities this year, so we're much bigger than we were last year, and we're looking forward to next year being even bigger. Next year we'll be in Milwaukee, and that should be great fun. We're going to try and collaborate with like Milwaukee School of Engineering so we can be in an auditorium and have a little more flexibility. So we're really you always are impressive, not just to me, because I'm easily impressed, but to the judges who are not that easily impressed. But they're always impressed with the level of creativity. Every spear is different, even though you're trying to make the same item. They're impressed with the workmanship. Often these things are really works of art, just absolutely spectacular and beautiful. I'm impressed with your enthusiasm and the technical skills that you've learned to even do this. So really, that's a real tribute to you and to your involvement. We need a manufacturing. And so one of the primary things we're trying to get out of this whole program is to get you excited about and interested in what we do. And the fun part of it is that when you're making stuff, especially critical hardware stuff like an African spear, the things you make have real meaning in life. And so that's really critical. So that's one of the reasons I invited Corey Bonnet in the back with his art, because program is to show that when we make steel, when we do things, that's really meaningful. And so I'm just delighted that you're part of our group and that you're really looking forward to working together to be spectacular and meaningful. We have a great list of judges, and the judges always have so much fun that they want to repeat and come back over and over and over again. Longest standing judge is, of course, Ben Abbott, who from the very first has been involved with us. I think the second most senior judge is I've known Philip, Ben, worked with for the waiver years ago.
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
There we go. So there we go.
2007. So we've had a great long-standing relationship, and he's been a judge. We're really delighted to have Pat Nowak. Pat is Scott Ford. We have a forging guy here, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure why, but Pat actually became buddies with Charlie and found out about the competition, and he asked him and be a judge, and he's been a great asset to us, so we're really delighted to have Pat as one of our judges. We have two other judges that are, Jack Lilly has been a judge for the last year or so, helping us in terms of looking at the castings and all. And then Dave was deeply concerned that I have a forging guy, but not really a casting guy here. So he wanted me to have John Corey from Magato. So John Corey is also a judge. And last but not least is our other celebrity judge, Dave Baker, who I met just this last year. So we're delighted to have Dave. He's been a real asset even so far, and I know that you're going to want to spend some time and talk to him. I know many of you student teams have talked to him about the design of your spear. He's just been terrific. We have a number of sponsors. Our most important sponsor is the Industrial Base Assessment and Sustainment Program, which is Department of Defense. Larry Jacobs is here somewhere. There he is. Larry Jacobs is here. Larry has really facilitated. They have a core mission of trying to make sure we have an industrial workforce that's capable, and this program has been our best way, not of encouraging you, but finding you. How do I find people that might want to make things? Well, I'll just challenge them to make an African spear, and the students who come forward are probably people who are going to want to work making things. So we're just really delighted with the sponsorship we have from IBAS, and we do that through a contract we already have with the Defense Logistics Agency. So Dean Hutchins is here from DLA, and he actually is the one that holds the contract that lets us do this. So we're just delighted for their support. We're also delighted to have an ongoing partnership with the American Foundry Society. Doug Kirkle is here. They are our presenting sponsor, and they are the sponsor that allows us to do the awards tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. So if you want to stay out all night, maybe you want to come directly to the meeting, but 8:30 a.m. we're going to do the awards presentation and recognize everyone. And then the spears will be on display at the FEF booth during the exhibit on Wednesday and Thursday morning. So you're welcome to go and see that. We also have some of the other folks who sponsor us. The Investment Casting Institute has been a really good partner with us. They really worked with us and been very enthusiastic about investment casters getting involved. The Non-Ferrous Founder Society doesn't have any active role except they volunteer to do anything we like them to do because they think this has been just a terrific program to encourage people to be interested in castings. And then MagmaSoft, the software provider, has just been a delightful supporter, providing both financial and technical resources to student teams and to us. So they've all been really, really terrific to work with. Now, the last thing is a short commercial, but it's not really a commercial, it's an opportunity. Our industry desperately needs people like you. And one of the organizations in our industry that desperately needs people like you is the Steel Founders Society. We're understaffed by about 3 people. So if you're going to graduate, close to graduating, thinking about going to graduate school, but would rather do something more meaningful for a living, you could send me a resume or a short CV or short email, or give me a card and we could talk, because we're really desperate to find people, and there are a number of industry people here as well. So next year, our plan is not only to do a competition like we're doing today, but tomorrow, instead of having the awards first thing, is to allow each team to present their project to all the teams, okay? And we'll invite industry people as well, which means that industry people will see what you did in your project, but you'll be able to see everybody else's team too, and then we'll do the awards after that. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a really fun program. We used to do Genius Kits in the Cub Scouts, and a Genius Kit was everybody on the committee brought an item, enough of them so that every Cub Scout had them. So we put them in a paper bag. Somebody would make a piece of wood. We'd throw 5 nails in there, and they were supposed to do something with their Genius Kit. Okay, make a sled, make a campfire scene. They're supposed to do something with their Genius Kit. And one year, we normally just gave awards out, but one year we didn't have a program. So somebody suggested that we would allow the kids to present their Genius Kit to the other kids. And as a Cub Master, I was deeply concerned about that, because how in the world are you going to keep a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old sitting in a seat for an hour listening to other kids talk? And they were absolutely fascinated. You couldn't drop a pin, you could have heard a pin drop in the room as the other kids listened to what other kids did with their Genius Kits. I expect to have the same intensity and enthusiasm when we let the teams present their projects next year, okay? So that's really sort of what we're doing. The other thing that I'm planning to do is to challenge not just the universities, but high school students per se, to make a casting and contribute it with a 3-page report about what they learned and why they made the casting. And if they are capable ones, recognize them immediately with a small cash prize, and then bring all of the capable castings and let you all vote on who made the best castings, so that we really can encourage high school students. It'll let the universities help sponsor that, but they don't have to sponsor it. So any high school student would be eligible. And if you're interested in that, you can talk to me afterwards. But I think that would be just a terrific way to reach down one more level and get the next generation of people into the industry. So I think that's all the sort of paperwork I had. We are ready to start the competition. We are going to do the competition in basically 2 different rounds. The very first round are 2 tests that you'll have to do. The first test is to penetrate an 18-gauge piece of steel 3 times with your spear, okay? And because this is a competition, not a technical test, we're not regulating how hard you press it into it. But the judgment will be how much damage you did to this and how much damage that did to your spear, okay? So if you're wimpy and you don't want to damage the edge of your spear, you can poke it and put a little dent in it, and we'll say, boy, that was not very impressive. Or you can really whack on it, get a big hole, and even if you have a little roll, you go, wow, that was pretty impressive. So I think my advice to you would be to try as hard as possible. But it's up to you how hard you want to do it. So that's one of the tests. The second test will be after that. We'll have a piece of carpet, and twice you'll go into it and try to slice it with your spear. Okay, so those are the 2 tests. We're going to do all the steel first, and then all the carpet. We have 32 teams, and if I give you each 2 minutes, that's an hour. I want to get the whole thing done in 2.5 or 3 hours. So we're going to go fast. So I'm going to call a team up to do the testing, okay? And then I'll call up another team to be next team up, on deck. So I'll call up a team to be on deck. The team on deck needs to put on gloves and glasses. I don't care whether you wear gloves, by the way. If you want to wear gloves, I'm happy for you to wear them. You don't have to wear a glove. You do have to wear eye protection, okay? So you have to wear the eye protection. I'll call you up, and we'll have your piece of steel in there, and you will try and poke it 3 times, and then Kaylin will hand you back your spear and hand the next team their spear. So we'll be moving fast, okay? Everybody on board, great. Morelia from Mexico was unable to get here to attend. And so instead of me taking my spear to test, I'm going to ask John Corey to test the spear from Morelia. Now, after we do that first set of tests, the second set of tests will be on the finalists. The judges I've charged with selecting at least 3, but not more than 10 finalists. And by doing that, that means if you're a finalist, it meant that the judges thought that you were at that top level, okay? So not less than 3, not more than 10 finalists. They will be tested by the judges. The judges will test it with Philip testing it against the grain of a 2x4. David will test it by going with the grain of the 2x4 and then seeing if the tip bends when he rotates it. And then Ben
we'll see if he can break it off the handle by whacking on the 2x4. Okay? That's not actually the test. He's going to chop on it, but yeah, that is going to be the evaluation of the test. That's why he's last, by the way. So that's where we are for those 3 tests. We will take a 30-minute break after the first set of tests so the judges can pick the finalists. And just before that, Pat Nowak made a spear, I made a spear, and Ben made a spear. And so we're going to come up here and whack it into a piece of board, and then we're also going to try and penetrate steel so that you can come and make fun of our spears on how badly they performed. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. So the very first is John Corey, who's coming up. Hola. And John, the people on deck are Pittsburg State. So I need the Pittsburg State person to come up and get the glasses and be ready to go.
Actually, Team 1 is the mixed team, the combination of universities, then Penn State.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. You're correct. I'm sorry. It's team number 1, which is it's not steel, it's real, is the one on deck. Sorry.
We'll look at it.
Pittsburg State is on deck. Go for it. Wonderful. On deck is Penn State Barron. Penn State Barron is on deck. Wonderful. Penn State Barron is the next test. Cal Poly Pomona Steel Broncos is on deck. Cal Poly Pomona Steel Broncos is on deck. Pomona is testing. Cal Poly Pomona House Broncos is on deck. So where's Bob Voigt? Bob, do they really call it the Penn State? Like the Ohio State? That's sort of bizarro. The spearheads are on deck. Spearheads are on deck. The spearheads are testing. Kent State is on deck. Kent State is on deck. Kent State is testing. University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Blazers are on deck. UAB Blazers are testing. Grand Valley State University is on deck. Grand Valley is testing. University of Pittsburgh, Johnstown is on deck. Johnstown is testing. Wentworth Institute, the Britney Spears is on deck. Wow. Wentworth is next testing. Trine University, Thunderstorm is on deck. Thunderstorm is testing. Colorado School of Mines, Minery Sharp is on deck. Minerally Sharp is testing. Central Michigan University is on deck. Central University is testing. University of South Alabama, the South Alabama Jags is on deck. University of South Alabama. Anybody here from University of South Alabama? If not, John Corey, go for it. Cal Poly, St. Louis Obispo, the Cal Poly's Slomies is on deck. Cal Poly, the Slomies are up. Cal Poly, the Poly Pointers are on deck. The Pioneers are testing. University of Alabama Metal Maestros is on deck. The Metal Maestros are testing. Georgia Southern, the Casting Eagles are on deck.
It's the Tory Pioneers.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the Pioneers. Oh, Platteville's up.
The Poor and Pioneers.
University of Wisconsin Platteville, I'm sorry, the Pioneers.
Horn Pioneer.
Sorry I screwed up. Maestros are next, right? Yes. Good, good, good. Casting Eagles are up. Texas State University Fanlex is up next. Texas State is testing. University of Alabama Team A is up next. University of Alabama Team A is up. Testing Texas Steel Bobcat. Texas State University is on next. Up on deck. University of Alabama Team D is on deck. Texas State University Steel Bobcat is testing. Alabama Team D is testing. South Dakota School of Mines is, casting team is on deck. University of Alabama Team 2 is on deck. University of Alabama Team 2 is testing. St. Martin's is on deck. St. Martin's is testing. Wisconsin-Madison, Badger CIS is on deck. Wisconsin-Madison is testing. Badgers. Purdue is up next. Purdue projectiles. Purdue Boilermaid Steel is on deck. The Purdue projectiles is testing. Boilermade Steel is testing. Purdue Peat Treatment is on deck. Peat Treatment is testing. Western Michigan University is on deck. Western Michigan is testing. Baylor Team Omega is on deck. That's the last one. Yep. That's all the teams, and because that's all the teams, we're going to start the second round with the carpet cutting, and so Morelia will be first. And we shouldn't have the stand falling over with carpet cutting.
Okay, good enough. We should read this. Hey, Raymond. Raymond. Hey, Ray. You might want to emphasize to the group one more time that the carpet cutting is intended to be a slicing.
Right. So just so you're aware, this is as much a test of sharpness as it is penetration. So yes, you're supposed to penetrate the carpet, but then you're supposed to pull it down to cut it. And so you may want to be pretty aggressive, because the better you cut it, the cleaner the cut. That actually counts, okay? So that's, just wanted to let you know so you don't think it's just being able to penetrate the carpet, which is a lot easier than penetrating the steel, by the way.
So top down, right?
Yeah. It's not if it's not still, it's not real is up next.
This is the team one?
On deck is Penn State Barons. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh State, you're correct. Pittsburgh State is testing. Penn State Barron is on deck. Go for it. Penn State Barons is up. Cal Poly Pomona Steel Broncos is on deck. Steel Broncos is testing. House Broncos is up next.
Hey, Boston, excuse me. Are we supposed to go halfway and slice it or go all the way through?
You're supposed to cut it.
Okay.
Yeah. But of course, if you have one that really goes through and slices a lot, the judges will think that that's sharpness too. But the test is to go and cut. Okay. Yes. Very good. So House Broncos is up next. The Penn State University Spearheads is on deck. The Spearheads are testing. Kent State is on deck. Kent State is testing. UAB Blazers is on deck.
Kent State, right?
Huh?
Kent State?
Kent State, right. Kent State is testing. UAB Blazers is on deck.
Can I go through?
Good cut.
The Blazers are testing. The Blazers, UAB. Grand Valley State is on deck. Grand Valley is testing. Pittsburgh Johnstown is up next. Pittsburgh Johnstown is testing. Wentworth Institute is up next. Wentworth of Britney Spears is testing. Trine University Thunderstorm is up on deck.
So we do one or two?
Two. Trine University is testing. Colorado School of Mines, Minnerly Sharp is up next on deck. Colorado School of Mines is testing. Central Michigan University is on deck. Central Michigan is testing. University of South Alabama is up next. University of South Alabama is testing. Cal Poly Slomies is on deck. Slomies is testing. The Poly Pointers are on deck. That's not clam. Yeah, hold on.
You gotta come up over this one.
That did it.
Perfect.
Poly Pointers? Poly Pointers?
Yep.
Poly Pointers are testing. Platteville Pioneers is on deck. Pouring Pioneers is testing. Metal Maestros, University of Alabama is up next. Metal Maestros is testing. Georgia Southern Casting Eagles is on deck. Georgia Southern is testing. Texas State University Failed Lex is on deck. Texas State University Failed Lex is testing. University of Alabama Team A is on deck. University of Alabama Team A is testing. Texas State University, the Bobcats, is up next, on deck. Texas State University Bobcats is testing. Alabama Team D is on deck. Alabama Team D is testing. South Dakota School of Mines is on deck. South Dakota School of Mines is testing. Alabama Team 2 is on deck. Alabama Team 2 is testing. St. Martin's is on deck.
It's not like the steel.
St. Martin's is testing. University of Wisconsin-Madison, Badgers Casting Steel is on deck. Badgers are testing. The Purdue projectiles are on deck. Purdue projectiles are testing. Boilermade steel is on deck. Boilermade steel is testing. Peat treatment is on deck. Peat treatment is testing. Western Michigan University is on deck. Western Michigan is testing. Baylor is on deck. All right, just for fun, Ben and Pat and I are going to whack on two things. We'll need 3 pieces of steel.
I told you I will not be the target. I thought that was part of the agreement.
So, the suggestion was we ought to have some test of sharpness. I'll go first because I will have the poorest performance, and that will let everybody else look good. We were going to do one cross grain, one with the grain. So both of mine are about the same, and it's about that much. So have at it, Pat.
All right. I guess about that much.
Okay. All right, we need steel. 3 pieces. All right, we're also going to do the steel thing, which ought to really show how poor we made our spears. Some of those students were awesome in terms of their upper body strength and quickness. So I'm embarrassed to be as incompetent as I am, but
Hard enough.
He's the fortune guy.
You guys feel good.
so in
Fortune guy.
blacksmithing. Anyway, we all had the same challenge you did. Making it to penetrate the steel meant you wanted a really stiff, relatively thick, coarse edge, but to cut the carpet you needed a really sharp edge, so it's a real design challenge. We're going to take a 30-minute break, and I have no idea what time it is. Oh, that's great, it's 1:53. At 2:30, we'll have had the judges go through and pick out the finalists, and we'll come back and do the testing of the finalists at 2:30, okay? And so have fun, mill around, go talk to Corey Bonnet about his art, look at how badly you were damaged, all that stuff. doing a with grain rotation, and then Ben using it for an axe and chopping on stuff. So that's what we're planning to do. We got 8.
Change my seats.
Yeah.
So, Kristen, are we ready?
I'm trying to figure out how to.
Do you want to just remind
I don't think I
people
want to follow
that
through
there's
on
5
this. More
areas
just
of
like a.
competition, and there will be an overall winner.
Aggregate that score so there's an overall winner, and the overall winner, the university club, AFS club, whatever it is, casting club, will get a $5,000 check to help support their program. So if you're the #1 team, you'll get that. That was really Cal Metzloff kicking me in the knee last year for having won something and having no money. So I appreciated it, Cal. We changed things. So that was good. So I think we're ready to do.
I've got 2 quick announcements.
Oh, wow.
If you're ready.
2 quick announcements?
Yep, 2
How
quick
quick?
announcements.
All right,
Pretty
go
quick,
for it.
Pretty quick. Okay, so number 1, any university that would like to be interviewed as possibly some of the final footage that goes into our video for this competition, afterwards there's glass walls. If you kind of go kitty corner through this way, the video crew will be set up to make recordings. So I invite you all to participate in that. The other thing would be if you're here through Thursday, AFS is going to be hosting a fun conversation. It's much like Pat and I, when we get together, we talk about the values of forging and casting, and at least we always agree on one thing: steel is the best.
That's right.
So on Thursday, AFS will be hosting a hearty conversation comparing castings to forgings to additive manufacturing. So it should be a really great, lively conversation. Encourage everyone to participate in that. With that said, I'll introduce Ben Abbott to run through our 8 finalists.
Run through them, don't run through them. Run through them.
Ah, subtle. So first of all, I think I can speak for all the judges when I say that this is just absolutely amazing. I mean, we walk down these tables and all of these spears have amazing qualities, some a little bit more than others, some a little less, but in general, they look amazing and they performed really well. I mean, I'm personally shocked nothing broke. You know, there was a couple of tips that came off, a couple of rolls coming over, but I was thinking that things were going to be all over the place. And you know, I mean, from the casting and the alloy selection and all the parts that you put into these spears, they're all strong. They all look pretty lethal. So well done to everybody. But these are the top 8 that we picked for a variety of factors in no particular order. There's the California Polytechnic University Steel Broncos. It's Kent State University. Grand Valley State University Casting Club. University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown. Wentworth University, Institute of Technology, sorry. Trine University, Thunderstorm. Yeah, Colorado School of Mines. Wait a minute. What am I picking?
Check marks.
Hold on. Not
those.
Shit. Let's start again.
Ben here to crush your.
Oh my gosh. None of you. No, I'm kidding. All right. I'm really sorry. There's a whole side of here, and I may have spoken your name out of turn. So I'm going to start again. Really sorry, guys. Okay. So we got the Steel Broncos, Cal Poly Pomona, Grand Valley State University, Trine University, Colorado School of Mines, University of Wisconsin-Platteville, Georgia Southern University, St. Martin's University, and University of Wisconsin-Madison. So again, super sorry if I said your name and it wasn't on the final list. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take all those 8 and we're going to test them, and then we're going to come up with ideas of what to do for tomorrow.
And sorry about that. We had too much.
1970s. You can, yeah.
One or two? What do I got?
2.
Oh, man.
You get a mulligan for that one.
I get him a... No. All right. No.
2 by 6.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm trying not to strike up to throw the sucker out of there.
There you go.
All right, you're up.
Oh, this is one of those tested.
Ooh.
Mulligan again.
Ooh.
Singer.
Cool.
Remember what happened to Latin after you heard that?
Yeah. That was awesome.
Next up is Grand Valley State.
Singer.
Yeah. That's amazing. Oh.
Look at the check.
Check marks, not the dots. Don't make that stupid mistake. I was like, this is like 11.
Well, you said can't. I said, don't even want it. Yeah, I ain't gonna do nothing with that tip.
Solid.
Next up is Trine University.
To win. Rotate.
Next up is Colorado School of Mines.
What happened? Ooh!
He snapped off inside.
No, no.
Next up is University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Next up is Georgia Southern University.
Snap. How am I going to do it?
Next up is St. Martin's University. And our final finalist, University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Oh my God. So should I average it? It is. That one's quick. That one's really quick.
It's ducking and dodging.
Yeah.
What a wonderful day. I've been looking forward to this for a year now, and it met and exceeded my expectations. Great competition, great fun, delighted to have you here. Want everybody to give our judges a big round of applause. They put a lot of work in. 2 or 3 opportunities you have yet this afternoon. One is Dave and Ben have been gracious enough to be more than willing to stand up here and let people get their picture made with them. And since they're celebrities, you can impress your friends and you know somebody who's on TV. I know them well. I'm not that impressed, so don't show the picture to me. But that's good. We would like both some of your professors, some of you who are professors, and some of your teams to go out and be interviewed so that we have with Christian, because one of the ways we want to promote this and continue to get support from Department of Defense is to show that this really has an impact on what you do, what you study, and how much you enjoy and think about going into manufacturing. So that would be really a great benefit to us. And for the professors to talk about how this really does enable you to do a better job of teaching and encouraging engineers. So that would be really helpful to us. So that's number 2. Number 3 is happy for you to wander around a little bit. We even have some of these big chunks of wood if you want to stick your spear into a piece of wood a few times. Happy for you to do that. We'll be cleaning up and packing up and all that stuff. So please don't try to hit somebody else with your spear, but other than that, we're happy to go. So I don't know, is there anything else?
Just a reminder that you'll hear about all of the award winners for the different series of competitions, plus the grand finale winner tomorrow, 8:30, over in the Convention Center, and it's room 26 ABC. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I'll just reiterate, if you'd like to come have fun working for Steel Founders Society, we're looking for a couple of engineers to join the staff.
Great.
Yes,
They're members.
Yeah, we are really excited for you to participate no matter who you go to work for, because you'll have a fundamentally different understanding with a capability and performance of casting. So it's really been just a delight to have your enthusiasm and to work with you. So let's give all of our students a big round of applause. Thank you, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. You're welcome to stay around and play a little bit. We've got some time while we're taking down.